What's with all the racket? What's going on, guys? Hey? Well, welcome back to Dave's Backyard. Right, I have just gone and bought this arm, it's like a cantilever arm for a camera holder. It's not overly good, but it was cheap and easy to get. So I'm going to use this over the top of the bench. Just give you guys a better point of view of what I'm looking at. So it's one time, but probably I'll try and lift it up to make it look better. Been a busy week. I've been doing a lot of home reno stuff inside, trying to get my son's bedroom floor leveled so we can put laminate down. The bathroom stripped down because it leaked, so we've got a bit going on inside. So I'll try and get this done as quickly as possible, make it a short one this week. Not everyone's watching the videos all the way through, so maybe they're too long. So we'll see how we go until I get better. All right, let's get on with it. Let's hope that view's all right. I know it's off to one side a bit. It isn't very good, so we'll try and shift things that way a little bit so we don't cut bits out. And back. Need a target, don't I? Like, target. Anyway, this week we're going to look at focus on this Blu Ray hard drive recorder. So we'll see what's inside. It's obviously got a hard drive in it. It's a Blu Ray player. So we're just going to do a treasure hunt on this, see what's in it. And this little stepper motor, I can't even see it on here at the moment. If I find it, I will pull that down. It's not very exciting. And I've got some monitors over there which I want to pull apart as well. So without further ado, let's pull into this. Bit of background noise today. The boys, it's weekend, the boys home. He's video gaming his little heart away. So see how we go with the background. Not too many screws on the outside. Music to our ears. A couple on the back here. I'll pull all these other ones out while I'm here. Looking for them later. That's gone through the fan, that one. What we got on the back? LAN connection, HDMI, communication for a camera. So you put an external camera, optical, RF and ACR, what do you call it? God, old tech now, what do you call them? RCA. RCA. I hope everyone's had a good week. I've been a bit off this week. So there's a few supporters out there. I watch their channels. Been a bit slack on the commenting because I just haven't felt right. Could have guessed that was steel. What do we got here? Treasure. Interesting. Pop them. Yeah, let's pop all these off. I think we'll just pop these off. We're getting there, I think. Hold your tongue right. Not very exciting. LCD readout. Probably less excitement down this end. You know me, Oh, that's the on-off button. ON-OFF button. Yeah. What's the word I'm looking for? PH1s. I'll drive out here anyway. Jumper cables. Yeah, gold connections in them. Right. Because it's SATA, isn't it? ATA. There you go. SATA connection. Yeah, look at that. Little chipsets on the back of that. Let's get through that. Get them out, have a look, put them in my box. Change to a PH1. Still don't know what to do with them. I'm just collecting them for now, but if anyone in Australia knows what I can do with them to get to, you know, cash them in, whatever, let me know. I know, you know, America, James and Shark Scrapper, James from, God, now my brain's not working again. Scrap It All. I think it's board sort over here. You don't have a board sort as far as I know. It could be something similar. Something really exciting for stripping. So I'll just cash that in, I think. You know. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I really don't know. Scrap metal's easy. There's always a merchant around somewhere close. But yeah, e-waste. A lot of people, like in Australia, they'll just take it. These places that collect it and do it themselves, they're just what's it called? You know, dump points at certain, you know, maybe electronics places or whatever, or advertising. They will take away your e-waste for free. So they're not really reaching out to scrappers to say, hey, cash it in here. Just pulling this open now while it's out. So it's inside this Blu Ray player if I can. Not much of excitement. Motor, little chipset. So you kind of know what's in these really, because there's a motor to drive the whole mechanism. So as it spins, obviously the laser goes up and down. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'll just have a crack. Probably pull it apart off camera. There we go. It's probably someone's going to go, I could have used that. I could have kept that. Well, you know what? I don't like people coming to my house lowballing me to sell stuff. I've got a limit, and you know, like, what's it worth? If I sell it for $200, I'm going to have to sit online, wait for people to call, lowball me, and then not show up. I just don't have time or the patience or the mental capacity to deal with that. So I apologise if you think I could, you know, cashier or sell it and get someone to reuse it. My brain's not up to that. No, they're talks. So yeah, look, I do apologise. I think it's a waste. At least it's not going to landfill, like, or, you know, how many times you see electronics on the side of the road just dumped because people think you just throw it away. I'm happy to take it off them and strip it, but I'm not going to have people at my house unless it's worth my while, like something really quite expensive or worth a lot of money. Those Torx things, look, that's going to come out easy. There you go. They steel. Yeah, so they're not even stainless. That's all just rubbish. I'll take that little board off the back now so I can get that off that motor. The only thing holding the motor is that little screw. There we go. Perfect little potentiometer, a switch or something. There you go. Time to empty my plastics bin. How did old mate get that screw in there? How you get it out? It's called the stubborn one. They're all copper. Did you know that? Those crossovers, whatever they're for, bridging little circuits. So a bit of copper on there. Is it worth snipping? I'll probably take that off and just throw it into my boards. SATA cables, they're always handy, really. Pull the pin out of that one. Anyway. Before I strip this hard drive, I'm going to see if there's anything on it I can retrieve. There's only be movies, but if they're in the right format, you know, why not? I bought a little disc reader to cover old hard drives off old computers that I have laying around. This is the good one. I reckon. I'm going to find out with that screwdriver because it's the Torx. Let's do that because that could be quite a good little chip. Find the right size Torx. Not in that kit. I'll have to bring out the big guns, eh? By big guns, I mean this. T. The security Torx too. Good Lord, I can't see anymore. No, there we go. All this light above me, decent glasses, and I still can't see. I need magnifying glasses, I think. I was going to get in yesterday and do my scrap steel run, but home renovations kept me away from it. We'll get there. I'm not fussed. Oh, little chip full of disappointment. I can't read that. You want to read that? But anyway, I thought it might have been a gold corner VGA or something like that. That is aluminium. We'll leave this out for now because I'm thinking I might need it. I did get a bit more love on the last video with some likes and that, so please continue to hit the like button. Helps me out, helps me grow, helps people find me who might be looking. And yeah, if you feel free, if you'd like to leave a comment, always helps. Just a bit of a word of encouragement. You know, lighten up. You're a bit too serious. You know, have a laugh. I can be funny. I'll try. Yeah, anyway, we know what that is. We'll look at that and then we'll do something with it later. Gold pins in that USB. Well, there wasn't a lot in this. I expected a little bit more on the, especially the video side of things. It's not really a lot. Makes for a quick and easy strip down, doesn't it? I'll tell you what there is in this fan, there's a lot of dust. Actually, it's not too bad. A bit of dust. Anyway, fan motor. Also, you know, I cut them short. I see a lot of people out there, and look, I'm not trying to be like everyone else. I'm trying to get my own thing going. But a lot of people go into the nitty-gritty of breaking down stuff, like into smaller pieces. I do a lot off camera, you know, for therapy. Just get on with it. If you'd like to see me, you know, pulling circuitry apart, let me know. If you think I'm doing too much of it, let me know, and I can just do quick and easies. So that's power supply here, video side here. Look, oh, that's the SD card reader. What's on there? Oh, here we go. There we go. There it is. There's a flat pack there. There's plenty more on that side, eh? There's the heatsink for it. So pop off, or is it? I think no, it's soldered on. So we'll leave that as a complete. I'll just take all the rubbish off here like that. There we go. Mr. Pliarsons. There we go. So if I leave that like that, I think that's pretty good. Just in my collection. Yeah. Never forget to turn them over, eh? Anyway, moving on. Power supplies are always a bit more treasure trove. Look, there's transformers, heatsink, MOSFET, another MOSFET, these little coils of copper, plug, you know, whatever. I don't even know what these are. Let's have it. Passovers. I think this is a power passover. They're copper. There you go. All right. Great. Oh no, they are. Cleaned up now. I can't find them. The brown board's very brittle. Jeepers. Must be a small piece of copper in there. This is when I need my gloves. This is where I need to be yelled at. Hey, put your gloves on. Been keeping the big aluminium capacitors just because, you know, better. I thought. See what we can do with them. Melt them down. And again, I don't know. Like, it's nasty stuff smelling on the inside. I think it's glycol something or other. Not pleasant. If anyone's been watching Skull of Metals lately, well done, Brent, on that welder. Yeah, a bit disappointed with the second one being aluminium, but mate, you can't win them all, and there's still plenty of copper. And you know what? You got the pleasure of pulling it apart, and that's, you know, not enough can be said about just stripping stuff. You know, recovery. As you know, it's therapeutic for you. I get now. I get pleasure out of it, but I'm like a little bit of frustration too. Like, oh, I want to be doing that. So it's that into my scrap box of Fords. We just tidy it up a bit and move on to the next bit. Good boards, all the good ones. The motor to do. Brown. I've kept a couple of these, but this one's not very exciting. One up there in the first videos. That looks like brass. What do you reckon? I reckon it's steel with a brass coating. It's hard to say. So, have a look-see. Put it away from the steel. No. It's all brass, baby. All brass. Copper. But we already knew that, didn't we? Righto, quit messing around. I've ordered a new wire stripper from Vivor this time, so we'll unbox that when we get it and see what it's like. If anyone's got a Vivor, let me know if I've wasted my time or not. Can't be any worse than the one I bought and pulled apart. I won't be pulling this one apart. I'm sending it back because I don't think Vivor just ghost me. That's what I'm looking for. Metal, steel. Oops, don't do that. I think I've got two different sorts of Lenovo monitors here. Got them from work. They don't want them anymore, so they gave them to me. Yeah, this one has screws in it. I think the other one front just lifts off. Let's see what happens. Okay, so the back wants to come off. A lot of nothing on that plastic. I like the other ones better. I think there's more aluminium on them. Oops, you nearly heard me fall over then. This is where I put the pH1 tip down. I lost it. Or did I? Too small for that. Here we go, down the side. See what a lot of people looked at my short too. I did a short on framing beehives. Bee frames, not framing, wiring bee frames. Let me get that term right. You did all right. Thank you for looking in on that. See more where that came from. Okay. Move that ladder out of my way. Put a ladder behind me so I could climb up to get you guys up there. Tripping over it. You know what, in monitors, it's not too bad to pull because you got a decent power supply. This is the smart side, but power supply side, it's usually all right. If you can get it. A couple of, you know, here we go. This is the power supply. Let that happen. There you go. There's some bits of aluminium for the MOSFET. Capacitors. Oh yeah. Something to do. At least these are brass generally. Paint in the brass. Get it? Hey, I could do sound effects rather than make my own. I'll do that. I'll go over the top of my sound effects. So you can hear them in the background. Told you I'm funny. Dad joke funny. Cringe funny. Chickens are still here. I don't know if you can hear them. They're the smaller ones. Still cracking on in the garage. Taking up space for activities. Too wet to do any other activities anyway, so a bit of scrapping in the garage. Pretty good. Right, there we go. I see. It's a bit of copper, you know. So there you go. Not very exciting. Oh, there's a lot of MLCCs on there. Tiny, tiny ones. So put that in with my chips. Steel. All right. Crack this panel. See if there's anything good in it. Shit, these are magnetic. Oh, disappointing. Not even brass. Not even a paint in the brass. I'm going to deal with the steel. Tell me to shut up in the comments. Please fit. Thank you. Hope I haven't fallen out of my target. Hey, wandered off my target. There we go. Oh, look, there we go. Bit of gold finger there. Look at those. Hey, like gold fingers. That's what we come for, people. That's what we come for. No, it's not a lot of gold, but it's, hey, one of these days, all of us scrappers are going to do a collab. We're going to meet in one place. I don't know where because half of you guys in the US. Joe, you're in the UK. Maybe I don't know where Street Tips is. We'll go to his house and he can rip it apart for us. If you haven't heard of Street Tips, he's quite interesting. He does a lot of gold recovery. A bit of a scientific genius. So yeah, we'll go to his place, and he can cover it all for us, and we'll split it. All right. Anyway, moving on. Just dreaming out loud, peeps. Dreaming out loud. I'm sure someday we'll figure it out. I know how to do it. You just got to watch YouTube enough and you learn anything, eh? Doesn't mean it's done safely. Someone asked me, I wouldn't mind doing gold recovery. I need to get nitric acid. You can buy it off the internet, mate. I don't suggest you do it. If you don't know where to buy it, you can't figure that out. Probably don't go and mess with it. You'll kill yourself. If you watch gold recovery videos and they use nitric acid, that brown stuff, that's an oxide of nitrogen, and it is nasty. Kill you. It'll fill your lungs with fluid. You have a bad day. That's why it comes with a warning. If you're going to make sure you do this, you're handling nasty chemicals. If it was easy, everyone would do it, wouldn't they? Hey? Gold on them. These panels. I just want to move. Oh, listen to that chicken. Scared the living heck out of me. I want to get the panel out. I just want to get the sheet steel off the back. See if there's any other good treasures in behind it. There we go. There's the panel. There might be some fine gold connectors along the back of that to make it work, but that little piece of gold can go to landfill, unfortunately. I've got the microphone on now too. Hopefully I don't sound as mumbly. I'll probably mumble anyway. I've got an Aussie accent too. Doesn't help. Just let me know. I'll know anyway when I edit it. Shiny. See yourself? All right. I should kind of keep that and see if anyone wants it at art studios or anything like that. It's a bit of a shame. It's such a nice piece of plexiglass. I'll put it aside. As for this, these are nasty. Little glass filled. Hold my breath. Little glass filled. Little glass tube, which is good for hang on. Oh, I got it out without breaking it. Look at that. It's good news. Breaking the bin. I don't want to break it all over my bench. Having fine glass shards everywhere. Really fine copper. Make sure it's copper. Something better. Look at that tin coated copper. See that? Yeah, this. Look at that. That is glass. Cooked. You go straight in the bin. And there's another one here. See if I can have the same luck. Hold my breath again. There we go. Getting better at this crap. There we go. we'll keep going with these, hey? A different brand, Think Vision, not different brand, still Lenovo, IBM, whatever you want to call it, just a different different monitor. This is a pop the front off one, I think. There we go. It's frameless around that, okay. So I wonder if there's got to be screws in the back, you'd think, holding something together. No, look at that. There we go. Not just held together with well wishes after all that. This is a different one again than I had. So there's another one I've seen. When I've said, you know, I should have filmed that and I didn't. It's all good. I'm getting better, I think. Still not wandering around with my, you know, filming bloody everything. It's what a real YouTuber you're watching, though. Filming everything. If you like it or not. And that's not a reflection of anyone I watch, but, you know, I'm one of them. I'm a YouTuber. Some YouTubers out there, yeah, they're really quite conscientious about filming kind of everything, anything interesting. And the good thing is, you know, you go read it and go, that was so boring, no one's going to watch that. At least you've got it and you know, rather than go, I should have filmed that because someone would have found that interesting on my channel. I'm restricted. We are a little bit of a private family. Not you know, super secret, but my wife likes her privacy. She asked me to respect our children's privacy and the house. So you saw me do that. If you haven't seen it, it's down. It's in my list of videos. Me putting up a wall panels in the play area, which now looks completely different. It's actually a mess at the moment, but that was inside, which is an unusual video for me to do. My son's room, I'll just put self-leveling screed on the floor, which is like a liquidy concrete without aggregate. So it's like a powder. Put it down, let it settle, and it comes out level and flat. So I should be filming that. I don't really need to do a how-to video on how to put chickens crowing, or maybe put one of them. How-to video on how to put down flooring, because there's probably 3,000 million of them out there already. Here we go. There's a brain part, power supply. Just breeze past again, whatever. Wiring, steel. Screws just went everywhere, I think. Gold. There's our gold recovery. Gold pins. He's decided to pipe up midway through the video, so I hope you don't mind. Lucas is letting us know that he's watching, he's subscribed. He's telling you guys to do the same thing. I will. I'll go and get some B-roll of Lucas, and he's covered up. No one is crowing. He thinks it's morning. We'll go and do an uncovering video. That panel is cracked. Yeah? Put some glass out of here. Different. There's a little LED panel. Bottom. Stay on. No, they can stay on too. Next, here's a different one again. Hang on a sec, we'll come back. What's with all the racket? What's going on, guys? Hey? Want some light? Let's do it one-handed, YouTube style. No, hang on a sec. Right, we're just going to edit that bit out, eh? There we are. Hey, guys. Lucas, you've gone quiet, mate. Do you want to say anything to the viewers? Okay. Well, I'll be over here. Just let us know when you want to talk. As soon as I walk, there he goes. As soon as I walk over, away. Lost your voice again. Oh, watch this. Put you back on the cradle. I'll fill that bit in, I think. Check. I can't even check the vision. Hopefully, I'll have to. You're all good up there. Lucas is now crowing his backside off again. He's happy. Just doesn't like to be on camera. Obviously, he's camera shy. Lucas can't stay here either, by the way. I think I told you that. We're not allowed to have roosters. Wife went to take him back, and she was running a bit late to take him back to where we got him, and they wouldn't take him. So there's another week or two before they'll take him back, and hopefully he goes to a good home and not a crocodile. Right. My favourite word. It's not left. Don't touch. All right. We didn't. Right. Yeah, that's why you don't touch. Touch the GOLD pins. Fingers, whatever. I should keep my eyes peeled for that. There it is. 3D printer bit. We'll do that after this one, and then we'll call it a video. Because otherwise, it's just going to be monitor after monitor. I'm sure there's only so much rambling you can listen to of people of an old fella. Oh, I don't call myself old. Of a young man stripping down monitors, eh? I think I'll leave the camera rolling because there is one here that I think was opening back somewhere. These power supplies are just all, well, they're all Lenovo, so they're probably just cookie cutters of each other, but different size monitors. Same. brass pin in the corner there. Right, quiet again. We'll get there. Oops, this is a French oil. Okay. You can see the backlighting on this one. Interesting. Oh, there it is. LED side backlighting. Side backlighting. There you go. Right. Is that done? Let's get into this little thing and I'll let you go. So, stepper motor, extruder, hot end. It's been a pain in my backside, this 3D printer, this hot end. It just, the filament doesn't line up at the end as it goes through the extruder tube, and it is, like I said, the bane of my existence. It's just been such a pain. Now these don't want to come out. There's not much of huge value. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Aluminium value, it's about it. There's not much copper value. There's not much PCB value. It's all stainless. These screws will be stainless. Will make a liar out of me. Maybe they won't be. But look at that. That's all it is. Brass rivets in the plastic. So I really did a number on this tools over here with between sparks and that first video and taking that receiver amplifier thing apart. See, what's what it was, a receiver amplifier. I took that apart. Put sparks everywhere. I had a little, I was doing some jewelry making. I had acid here and it was just, everything's gone rusty and horrible and rough. And lucky they're not my really good tools, but still. Picking these brass out. Oh, where'd that go? Oh, there it is. Same piece. Yeah, there you go. Brain's not working again. Hopefully you can see that. If it matters, come back to them, mate. Come back to that. Like I said, if you get 3D printers, they're worth scrapping, I think. You don't see them yet, but give it, honestly, give it time. They're going to be everywhere. People can't use them properly, and they're going to be throwing them away. So that's the center of the stepper. See, each one of those is basically helps fine move it with all these coils of coppery goodness. That should pop out. Should. There we go. That's how we do it. I remember now. Cut each of those sides off. Snip, snip, snip. Do one. There. From my copper bucket. Down there. Half of it went in. Aluminium. I think I'm in the market for a new set of small Allen keys. The dome heads aren't that good on these ones. There we go. So now I've got to get that off that, really. I think the best way is to snip it there. Perhaps. Let me just wreck my pliers. They're all full of filament, so I can't get the tip of my Allen key in there. So anyway, we'll break that apart, get the aluminium off it. Take that one steel grub screw out. That'll help those two parts come apart. But the problem is when the filament goes down, it hits that. It's there and won't go through, and then it blocks it up. Oh God, I'm over it. Little bearing in there we've got to get rid of. Shatter it. It's on way. There we go. Anyway, what's left? Well, we're getting down to the nitty gritty now. There's the extrusion gear that pushes everything through. Brass. It's all aluminium. Really tight. Because it's pushing that apart. Let's get this into two bits. Somehow, we shall do it. I'm going to pull away from the camera then. So they come out. It's a mystery. Get the piece of brass out, get these two out. God knows where that went. Slow-mo that. It's all steel, plastic, who cares? We will get that pin out of there, knock that out, and get that bit of steel out from the aluminium. nice. Look at that. Pop. More junk to clean up. Really want to have a go at this. I'm going to rip the tips because it's hard steel, that. Right, time. You won't. I don't know if you can see this. Man, I'm just going to put it in the vise. Broken off. Bent. We'll deal with that later. I don't think there's anything left on here. I'll tidy up my board. We'll do this quick. Busted old two-way radio. Hang on the wall. Hey, little sticker. Okay, let's hold this together now. Goodwill. Sandwich design, eh? Don't expect much in this of excitement, but you never know. You don't know unless you open it. Nothing on that side but dust. There we go. There's a bit in there. Aluminium. Speaker. So much little copper treasures in this one. I doubt much, but you know, it's mine. You get it? Still in there. There we go. Really? There we go. Wow. So there's more screws hold this thing together than anything. That will be zinc. I've done these, seen this before on these little switches. It's not magnetic, it's not aluminium, I bet it's zinc. Right, here we go. Beep, 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 beep. Just keep that, eh? Some gold on the back of those. See what we do when we take it off. Wow, it's on there. Really on there. Well, it's worth it. Leave that on there like that. Stuff around with that later. What else we got? Oh, there we go. Always one. Someone saw that. He's missed the screw. Remember what I always say, there's always one more. Yeah, now. There's one more, I can't see it. I cannot see it. Seriously, overly difficult. It's that, isn't it? That bloody thing there. And that thing. Here we go. It probably unwinds. It does indeed. Nice piece of cast. Brass or gold coat. So anyway, it's kind of worth it. Bit of treasure in there for us. MOSFET was holding it on there. Without the copper behind. Yeah, another one. Old pins. All right, anyway, we'll put that aside. Take them off because they're not worth the weight. Zinc on that. Cool. Happy days. I don't think there's anything else left of interest. We'll call it there. So thank you again for watching Dave's Backyard. Thanks for all the support. And don't forget, please like, subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. And I shall catch you on the next one. Cheers again.